Sports coming up here in just a matter of moments on News Radio 600 WMT. It's 7:16, though, 37 degrees. We're talking with Debbie Craig from Four Oaks in Cedar Rapids. Debbie, good morning and welcome to the program. How are you today?
Good morning, and thank you for having me join you.
Glad to have you on the program. Residential facilities like Four Oaks, a lot of the work you do, I mean, especially during times like these, things you can feel kind of dicey. It's always nice when you have somebody from the outside reach out to help you out in this case as well. In this case, we're talking about recently Cedar Ridge Winery and Distillery teamed up with Steve Shriver. They made a whole mess of hand sanitizer, and you all were the beneficiary of that, weren't you?
Well, we were one of the beneficiaries, and we are very appreciative of the work that Cedar Ridge Winery did. But DHS had arranged with Cedar Ridge to get some sanitizer for all of the DHS staff and the many providers that provide services to all those DHS clients. And, when DHS called Four Oaks and asked us if we would be willing to be the distribution center for youth shelters, foster group cares, of course we said yes, because this hand sanitizer to over 10 local nonprofits are going to, keep those families and children safe that we're working with.
That's really good, especially because when you start taking a look at the numbers for everything, the young people especially are more carriers than anything else at this point, especially when you start taking a look at the pandemic numbers. Tell me a little bit about how you deal with this within a residential facility, a number of residential facilities like this. It's got to be something where making sure everybody's clean and everybody's practicing proper hygiene is one of those absolutely critical things in order to make sure that everybody stays as healthy as possible.
We absolutely are following all the precautions that are being shared to us by our government and representatives. But, one of the things I really want to uplift is, when you think of the stress and the fear that comes when we talk about COVID for many of us, I want you to think about those children and families that have those additional barriers.
Right.
It could be food insecurity or housing insecurity, mental health, it could be behavioral health. Well, when you add COVID on top of the existing barriers that they already have, that can feel insurmountable. And whether it's our kids in our shelters and residential centers, or if it's our families that our community workers are going out and supporting, there is just, so much work to do. But we are so blessed to be part of a community that is, has this social safety net. And Cedar Rapids area is very lucky to have a lot of great organizations, and Four Oaks we're proud to be part of that social security net. But we also want to take that opportunity to thank all the nonprofit staff at Four Oaks and at our fellow safety net heroes that during this pandemic, we're out there serving these families and these children, trying to keep our community safe.
Exactly.
So we're very appreciative of that.
No, Debbie, it's like yesterday we talked with Horizons, and they've ramped up. They've even put a second shift of meal builders over there so that they could drop off meals across the area. And you're doing some incredible work at Four Oaks as well. Big thank you to you and the people who are on the front lines over at Four Oaks working with our kids and our families. Debbie, thanks for joining us here on the WMT Morning Show. Make sure you stay safe, okay?
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Wonderful to speak.